Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another tips and tricks episode for Star Trek Online. Today, we're going to be discussing batteries. There are a whole whack load of batteries in the game, going from crafted to random drops off the map. Two of the examples for the drops I have are the shield battery, auxiliary battery, and I believe I have a weapons battery here. There is a whole swag load of more of those. There is, of course, the engine battery. There are, of course, the ones on the ground for shields and weapon power. There are, of course, other batteries you can craft from your R&D, such as the reactive armor catalyst and the deuterium surplus. You can just craft these and pick them up from so you can pick them up from a mission and craft them in your R&D. Of course, the prototype ablative Jevonite is also technically a battery. It does share a cooldown with the other batteries. But probably the most popular one for your basic energy battery is going to be the red matter capacitor, because when you activate it, it boosts all of your power, which is a very nice feature. It's basically like another APS transfer for our power transfer for the engineers. It's basically the same idea, same concept. But the thing to keep in mind with batteries is they do have a cooldown, so you do have to be aware of that. As you can see, when I activated my red matter capacitor, it has a 3-minute cooldown, but the rest of them have a 30-second global cooldown. So they do all trigger off that. The Jevonite does have a separate cooldown on its own. However, it is technically still a battery, even though it has its own separate cooldown. So that is basically the gist of batteries for Star Trek Online. There is a whole whack load of list of them. Check them out on the STO wiki. That would be my recommendation for getting a whole list of all the various ones. But even in the R&D package, there's ones for kinetic boosting amplification. There's ones for your EPG amplification. There's energy amplifiers. They all boost your weapon output. So keep that in mind. And to access your R&D, of course, you want to go into, if I hit the right button, yes, go into your R&D. My R&D still needs work on this particular tune. However, if I go into my engineering, I can grab my reactive catalyst here. I'm going to go ahead and craft as many of them I can just by hitting start. And in about 30 seconds, I will get a total of 5. So now this is where my tongue stops working. Each R&D category has its own separate set of batteries that you can craft. Going from, like I said, from projectile damage to your boosting your EPG, boosting your energy for your beams, boosting your, I think cannons have another one. Engineering has, of course, the hull patch, which is a very nice one too. Ground weapons have a ground, etc., etc. So that is something to keep in mind for your Star Trek Online endeavors. Batteries do help you guys if you're in the middle of a battle. For example, my character here is my tank build that I'm working on, and so sometimes these reactive catalysts come in really handy when I need to heal myself really quickly. So that is something to keep in mind. Again, batteries have their usefulnesses. Usefulnesses, that's not even a word. They're useful at times. Probably the more annoying ones you're going to find are going to be these ones that randomly drop. They drop by the tons, and I can guarantee you're probably not going to use them in in-game that much. But anyways, they are still useful. They still do drop, and they do help you along the way. So with that in mind, guys, thank you for joining me today. I hope that answers a few questions on batteries, and I hope that helps you in your endeavors on Star Trek Online. Until next time, guys, be safe, wash your hands, wear your mask at all times, or when applicable. Until next time, guys, I'm going to stop talking and make my tongue stop, working fully. So enjoy your night, enjoy your day. See you next time.